In 2022, 5,500 Christians were killed because of their faith, and 90% of them were Nigerian. That's according to Persecution.org. Tonight, a group working to protect persecuted Christians in Nigeria held its annual event to raise awareness about those under threat thousands of miles away. Tonight, Equipping the Persecuted highlighted its work in Nigeria over the past year. The group says it has helped more than 50,000 persecuted Christians and 170 wounded victims. Attendees also heard firsthand accounts from Nigerian survivors. One survivor who came to America in 2024 shared how his community suffered during a massacre in June 2025.
Within the window of 4 hours, killed 271 of my own kinsmen. You know, these are not just mere numbers, they are not mere statistics. These are people who are very close to me. These are my cousins, my siblings, my friends, my neighbors.
Through the tragedy, Odo learned about Equipping the Persecuted. He's been working with them ever since. Founder Judd Saul launched the organization after visiting Nigeria himself. He says once you witness that kind of suffering, you can't look away.
As Christians, we are called to help our brothers and sisters in need. And for me, when you see something awful, for me, I can't look the other way. And so I wake up in the morning thinking about Nigeria. I go to bed thinking about Nigeria. How can we help more? What can we do more? And that's what drives the passion of Equipping the Persecuted and everyone on our team.
Odo says attacks on Christians happen every 2 days in Nigeria. Thanks to donations, Equipping the Persecuted can respond within 24 hours. To learn more about their mission, check out this story on our website at ktiv.com.